New Prusa update. I don't think I need the drivers because I don't have a Prusa printer. So. So, gotta think of how I'm gonna split this. I think like some of the really important parts to get down like earlier are probably the frames. Like, yeah, these parts. Look at getting those exported. Now, as for joining them together, I still don't really know how I was going to do that. And usually that's not a good thing. I think for now, I am just going to go and assume that I'm going to use glue or panel pins. Not sure. No. Yeah. All right. So this will be the 3MF folder. Glass frame top. Glass frame top and bottom. Bring up this. If we can open this in 3D viewer, it looks okay. Yeah. All right. That's working. That's good. Let's do the rest. Glass holder mount. No, we want glass holder side. Next. So. Glass frame sides. I should be left, right, really, shouldn't it? Now the glass itself, obviously, we're not going to 3D print. The glass holder mount, we also need as well. Now that's going to be on the bigger printer. Making me want to rename some of the stuff. Glass frame post. Glass frame slide post. That works. Alright, that's those. Get rid of the assembly here. Now these. Alright. There's just two, that's fine. And we'll call this the... We'll call this tablet clamp front. And we'll call this the tablet clamp back. I like organizing it in a way where it kind of naturally groups the files together. Cool. iPad Lightbox. I'm not going to 3D print that. I'm going to cut that manually out of board. $15mm rod, obviously don't need that. Now rod clamps, I do. Now I'm just going to print 4 of these basically. Now the tripod mount I skipped over, because that's got the most parts to it, I guess. Earth joint, profile, and the camera plate itself I built as a separate part. Camera 4 aft plate. I mean, I guess I could print that out. I guess that's ready to go. And I remember saying in the slicer I could like win these separately, but I think the best way is just going to use support under here. Makes it a little messy, but you're not going to see this. I think that's okay. We'll export that. Camera plate. Yeah, okay, so we'll call this camera plate slider. And then we'll go back into this tripod mount. And we'll have a look at the... We'll call this what it says there, the camera plate. Camera plate arm. And the biscuit we've got. Do we? All right, and that's the actual plate mounting the camera on. So we'll call this the camera plate mount. And then there's the base plate. And the base plate is ready to go too. Camera plate base. And I think that's it. I think that's all the parts exported. So, I mean, yeah, what we can do now is figure out how Prusa. But first, I have to message. Alright, I might actually go get some water. Need a drink. Alright, so as I said, I'm gonna try and print the camera top and bottom first. What I did wonder is if positioning this 45 degrees, I did work it out and it should be right. Is there a way to snap? Reset rotation around the y-axis, 45 degrees. That didn't work, did it? Heck. Oh, around the z-axis. Yeah, there we go. I mean, in theory, I could do two of these at once. Alright, what? Now this is pushing my printer's boundaries a bit to the limit. But in theory it'll work. The only downside is if you've got a bow in your 3D printer base, it's gonna cause some problems. But I think this will be okay. And in fact, I think that means that's not what I wanted. It means technically I could go glass frame sides, lay these down flat as well. And rotate that 45 degrees as well. Copy, paste. And yeah, that kind of works. Now, give it like 10 mil clearance sides. I don't think I've really pushed my printer to fully use up the space in a while. I can't remember if it's actually 200 by 200 print area or not. Okay. So now let's have a look at the printing settings. We've got the crappy printer, generic PLA, and let's have a look at our print settings and see what we got. So layer height. Does it have a dark mode? It does. Beautiful. Thank goodness. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to stick pretty standard here. 0.2 mil for layer height, 0.3 mil for the first layer height. 3 perimeters for the vertical shells. Pretty standard. Horizontal shells. Top and bottom 3. Extra perimeters if needed to avoid gaps and sloping walls. Land travel moves such as the extruder avoids areas where the filament may be curled up. Interesting. Huh. Seam position aligned is fine. Outermost contour to inner. Is that a good thing? I can't remember if that... I can't exactly remember what advantages that has. I'm pretty sure it does have. Makes printing overhangs more difficult. Yeah, right, okay, so in this case I don't have overhangs, and dimensional accuracy is important, so I think external perimeters first is good in this case. Variable extrusion width, interesting. Fuzzy skin. Extend the scarf. What actually is a scarf joint? Bye-bye seams. Eliminate seams in your 3D prints with scarf joints. Ah, okay. Interesting. Joining filament at an angle. Interesting. Wow. Okay, well I'm not going to use that after reading it. Use only one perimeter on flat top surface to give more space to the... I don't need to. Right, infill, fill density 20%. Yeah, I think that's fine. It needs to be kind of strong, but 20% is strong. Got adaptive cubic. We don't need ironing. Automatic infill I don't think we need to do solid infill either. I have a feeling like, I don't know why. I mean, more material would make sense that it's stronger, but I feel like with the adaptive cubic, it's going to be negligible. Infill before perimeters. No, we want to do infill last. 6 mil. I'm not sure, like, if that's even going to fit. 6 mil skirt. Feel like I should bring that in. Brim type. Do I want brims? Outer brim, brim width. I mean, this is going to be a tiny brim if I'm going to do one. I'll just do 2 mil. Offset of brim from the printed object. Offset is applied after elephant foot compensation. So we might be talking... I'm just going to like try 0.1. Supports, we're not going to use any supports. Not going to use any supports on this print. Perimeters, yeah, speed's going to be fine. It's the default. I don't like messing around with speed too much. I think of all the parameters of this printer anyway, speed is one of the killers to a good print or a bad print. In fact, the slower, the better. Really, which I think is pretty normal across the board. Advanced extrusion width is fine. All of this is probably fine. I don't really need to the individual objects. I can't do that on this print. It's not gonna work. Yeah, okay. I think this is alright. Filament, temperatures, nozzle 215, bed 60. I'll be alright. I feel like 60 is really hot. Right, I gotta go turn the printer on and see if I can't get it. Oh, so exciting. All right, now I need to bring up nice. All right, well, webcam's screwed. Know that much. I need to preheat PLA, so we'll do that. And then I got to swap out the filament. So what have I got? I've got 60 degrees and 220. I reckon we edit the presets. I reckon we go 55 PLA. And actually, what am I printing at? 215 and 210. So I reckon we could just go to 2. Yeah, the preheat should be the same temperature as the first layer, really. Makes sense. No point going over. All that does is change the geometry of the bed, so... Our range is 0.3 mil, which is pretty bad, but it is a bad printer. So, I think, yeah, after it's heated up, I'll do another. I haven't used this in a while, so I'll do another calibration. Heat a bed. I thought I said 55 for you. And I thought I said 215 for you. Thank you very much. But this means I should be able to go and now swap out the filament. And while I do that, the bed will just settle into its new temperature. So yeah, I really should have the camera for the filament swap pose. Oh, I am so low energy on this stream. I don't think I'm going to be streaming for long, but I just wanted to get this out there. Get this thing printing. Get it on camera. Hmm. Um... Um... What was I doing? I was trying to set up this damn camera, wasn't I? Emo. Let's see if... I don't even know if this is going to work, because the Wi-Fi in the shed is very bad. Right, so we go live stream, start live stream settings. $25 auto. All right. Oh, there's a freaking black box in my screen. I didn't even see that. There we go. Now we're alive. Alright, well, we can go for a walkies with it. That's the pain. I want to see my stream. I wonder if I can do an NDI. I wonder if... Okay. Oh, no. I actually need to see the stream. Might need to be cringe and watch myself. Yeah, there's a little cringe. Okay, well that's alright. Let's go. freaking impossible. All right, what I need to do is this needs to go back to 200. Actually, maybe I should just like crank this crap up like really hot, and the bed should stay at 55. Oh, okay. And I think I'm gonna need to home the Z axis. Must home X and Y axis. Fine. Home everything. Sure what that thing is on the printer bed there. All right, Z. Go to 100. All right, that should give me enough room to clear that. Sometimes just blocking the fan on the heat break gives it just enough heat it can push out the blockage. But I don't think today is necessarily one of those days. It is a pain in the butt. What about going in from the other direction here? It's possible I'm actually going to have to take apart. I think I am. I'm going to have to take the print head off, unfortunately, which sucks. Okay, control. Go. Temperature. Extruder. Let's put it down to like. Just keep it warm. Oh no. Yeah, pretty much turn it off. Right, I'll get my. Oh, I think I've got my tools here. What do I need? Allen keys. Maybe that's it. I just need my Allen keys. The right ones. go. I really don't want to have to take that off. What about... I wonder if I can just remove... Take the fan off. Just remove the nozzle. I would have thought so. Pretty sure I can. Pretty sure I've done that before. But I have to take off everything. All the screws. Very fiddly and annoying, and I don't know why this is blocked. I must have left it blocked after a failed print last time. Not thinking nicely about my future self. So is there any way I can get this out? Yes, there is. Yay. Alright, huge win. That's good. Now, whatever the heck the blockage is in here, I should be able to prod it out somehow with something. Oops. Do not stick the printing nozzle into the cooling fan. That is a bad idea. Okay. What about... Where the heck did I put the... Oh, there. Okay. The very bent nozzle cleaner. This is bizarre. Take this. Now removing the heat brake and actually unscrewing the whole nozzle assembly is definitely not ideal. I do not want to have to do that, but I think what I'm going to have to do is turn the heat back on again. Go up to melting temperature, like 230 degrees. And for that I'm going to need not my fingers to hold onto it. Vice grips stay cool enough for long enough usually for me to be able to do something. No idea what the heck could get this stuck. And the other way is to push it back through, but I mean, maybe I should be removing the heat break, and then I can see better what's going on. Alright, usually I find it's using standard pliers. These ones are really bad, need kind of stiff, and then undoing it with this, just nice and gently. It's not too hot. Right, taking the heat break off. Ah, there we go. There's our culprit. It is, wow, what the heck is that? Is that plastic? No idea what that is, but it's like, doesn't feel like it should be in there. What is this on? 230? Oh, it's not even on 230 degrees. Okay, now it's heating up. So now I should just be able to remove this foreign material. When it heats up enough. What are we at now? 135. $165, 170, 75, 180. So it should be getting close to the temperature of being able to pull it out. Here it comes. Oh geez. Okay, I still don't like this. I don't know what is up with this. Pliers very slowly starting to heat up, but I've still got okay, so I've been able to thread the push the nozzle cleaner right through. Couple of different angles now. There's still a naughty bit of plastic in there, which needs to come out, and I need some very, very fine pliers to do that. Come on, camera. say pliers, I think what I actually mean. Oh no, there we go, I got it. Yay, that was the cause of all our problems. Tiny, it's not even focusing on it. Tiny bit of plastic there. Alright, so now put it back together. Heat brake back on. Actually, I should turn down the temperature first. Turn that way down so we don't burn ourselves. The pneumatic grip can go back in. Right, the mounting plate now. It was tough to get this out, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get this back in again. I mean, it's one of those things. Ah, it's not that hard. There we go. Yeah, that was easy. Okay, now in theory, we shouldn't have changed too much of the geometry of this thing, but I think calibrate is definitely in order after messing around with the print head. Now I need the other bolt, which I dropped, I think. I heard something tinkle away before, which, yeah, isn't good. Now I don't know why it blocked last time either. Like, might have been, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what I was trying to print last time. But never mind. Usually I found retraction settings are the killer. I am being my namesake right now. I'm being a mess. I have not organized my shit properly, and I cannot find. Right, there is my nozzle cleaning tool, which will live to see another day. It's not completely busted. Put that away, and then now this is my shittiest bed that I've got on a 3D printer. It's just doesn't need to be pretty. It's fail safe. It never doesn't stick. So I never have a problem with adhesion. With this print bed, because it's so rough, it's so bad, it actually helps. And for mechanical parts which aren't in the public eye too much, or just know aren't going to need to be aesthetically good, this is just fine. Now why is this not feeling right? Oh, there we go. So push this filament through. Feels very stiff, and I think it's actually got a kink in the end of it. It sounds incredibly dirty, what I'm talking about right now, but it's not. Yeah, okay, so I'll just cut the end off. Filament there. Okay, so that's ready to go. Now I need to put the other bolt back on when I find the darn thing. leave the fan off until I do that. So if I was a printer bolt, 3D printer bolt, where would I have fallen? I found the nut, which is, you know, something. It is half of the piece of the puzzle. Now I need to find the bolt. And I don't know where to begin looking. I could always just grab a new one, because it is a standard bolt. Nothing special about it whatsoever. Except the only downside to not finding bolt is that it may have fallen, very unlikely, but it may have fallen somewhere where it could cause me further consternation if it gets trapped. The only downside about 3D printing to me is some of the packaging that filament comes in is extremely wasteful. Plastic couldn't be more environmentally bad. It's like, oh, we're only humans, surely we can't affect the world's climate. Well, I invite you to go for a walk and not see some plastic rubbish, and then if you do happen to see some plastic rubbish, you should give me an update on, you know, when it goes, when it disappears, when it gets degraded and broken back down into its natural constituents again. We'll be waiting a while, so I won't hold my breath. And then you can just keep doing that year after year after year, just adding plastic, and see if the balance sheet comes out positive or negative for the amount of plastic entering the environment. Oh, look at that, it was actually on here the whole time. Love it. There we go. Well, laugh at me all you want, but I'm fixing my 3D printer, so I'm happy. Alright, let's get this thing up and running fully. Should be able to do everything else. Once I've got the new filament loaded, I should be able to do everything else from the computer remotely. Just gonna make this nice and tight. It's good. Pop the cooling fan back on. The heat break fan, I should say, and then turn up the temperature back to 220 degrees for now, will be good. Right, now I can look at loading in the filament. So I might just pull it back a little bit first, make sure that is, the Bowden tube is pushed all the way in, and then I think tighten up the extruder here. Bit tight, not too tight, not too loose. Alright, and how are we looking? 160 degrees. We're getting there. Alright. So in theory, I should be able to extrude. See the filament going down the tube there. Let's hope that, bit of luck, we see some gooey black gold. Oh dear, and we're not seeing gooey black gold coming out of the nozzle right now. There is something wrong. Something further that I have to diagnose, which is probably just shoving a nozzle cleaner through the other direction right now. I may have been a little premature in thinking that I unblocked it when I didn't. Seems to still be something else in there. That's okay. It's interesting. It's so I can put it right up that way, which is a good thing. Going back the other way, something very solid in the way, and I don't know what it is. This is bizarre. Okay, I got it through there. I think I might know what it is. I think it's like some residual crap in there. It is. It's still some more. There's still some more plastic in there. Ain't great. I can feel it too. Oops. I mean, maybe sometimes it is easier just to unscrew the damn nozzle, you know? Maybe. Like doing it this way, feel like it's kind of helping, albeit in a very stupid slow way, but I think maybe yeah, so the filament's definitely slipping in the extruder, which isn't good. It's interesting, like prodding it with the nozzle cleaner, like actually does help to clear it out a bit. Especially if it gets through to the hot part, because then as you bring it back up again, it kind of like melts the plastic that's causing the blockage. But I'm definitely not having a lot of luck actually getting a positive clear out going here. What I could do is a bit of manual pushing the filament. Which doesn't look like it's helping at all. No surprises. Oh, this is one of the more annoying blocks that I've had. Saying that, I haven't used this 3D printer in an extremely long time, so I'm not surprised it's partly screwed. Yeah. I mean, this might be a nozzle off situation going on here. Which isn't the worst thing in the world, because I remember using the vice grips. Actually makes it a lot easier, so I think it's a little 8mm ring spinner. Not 8, but 7. Okay, so that's loose as well, which isn't a good thing. So things were all a bit loosey-goosey here anyway, so I mean, I guess in that case a bit of work on this was warranted anyway. So we'll use my vice grips to keep the heating block stable. While I use my 7mm to try and jeepers creepers, try and undo it. That is actually really done up quite tight. I don't really want to strip the hex shape. Oh geez. Or break the rest of my printer like I just about did there. Okay, I'm a little concerned about this. Shouldn't be that tough. I did hear something crack, and that was a bad call. Bad call on my part there. What to do when you're in the poop. Okay, well, I'm an idiot. Okay. The print head had completely cooled down. Good stuff. And this might easily fix all my problems, considering it's now hot enough to melt plastic. So let's see. I'm just being a complete idiot. Well, on the plus side, maybe not. I mean, yes, I was, but luckily that wasn't all. Wasn't the only reason things aren't working. Come on. I feel like I'm very close to getting it. I really have no finesse tonight about anything I'm doing here. Playing with reasonably precise equipment, just shoving things in there and hoping for the best. Sometimes though, you never know. You never know. Fighting with an invisible beast here. I should be able to undo. I should be able to give that another shot at undoing the nozzle. Yeah, in theory. Let's see. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. There we go. Much easier. Okay. Out you come, nozzle. You look nice and clear. Now what's not clear is what is blocking this, and I cannot see daylight through the other side, so yeah, we got something significant there. Stop the fan, see if that helps to loosen it. But really what I should be able to do now the nozzle's off is actually get something thin enough in there and liberate the blockage. I think maybe I have actually screwed that nozzle cleaner enough. Nozzle cleaners are so, they're so incredibly sharp. They're not nice to accidentally stab yourself with. Not that there are many things that are nice to accidentally stab yourself with. To be fair. And I am talking a whole lot of rubbish tonight. God, it's so close. It is quite the plug of plastic in there. It just does not want to budge. I hope this is going to be as satisfying as I think it is. When it finally comes free. If it finally comes free. I think I need something to stick down there more. Yeah, so I had this 2mm screwdriver which has saved my butt once before. This feels like a piece of metal in there. Crazy. Does not feel like plastic, but I think it is. Crazy. I need this up higher. If I can somehow achieve that. That's a problem. Let's do it a different way then. Yeah, there's a chunky bit of plastic in there for sure. I just slowly eat through it. Get there. I don't know how it got this bad. There it is. Was it as satisfying as I thought it was going to be? Not quite. Still pretty satisfying though. Nice. Alright. I think that's it. Now completely throwing out the alignment and everything with this printer, I would say. Completely almost destroyed it. Treated it like absolute crap. But, well, yeah, I don't know. What else can I say? Except that I've treated it like absolute crap. So that must be, yeah, okay, so I've got to bring the nozzle back into the picture now. Screw that back in. Before I go too far, with everything, I'm going to make sure that I can indeed feed some filament through. So I will just prepare my tooling properly. Right. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. Alright, that's pretty tight, but what is not tight enough is this. This is extremely not good. And I don't even know. I think it's just the heat brake is not screwed down enough. So should be able to adjust that by loosening the heat brake clamp. Which allows me to rotate it, and then I should be able to tighten that up. Just as my phone is starting to run out of battery. It's perfect. Okay. Ah, right. Now hopefully that doesn't come loose. I don't think it can really. Okay. Now I've royally screwed up a few things here, but let's try getting some filament through this. I think it's cold again. I think I've actually got to restart the printer. Alright, let's go into the printer, firmware restart. I might have to do, there it goes. Should see the BL touch. No, it's not going to recalibrate itself, but it's definitely cold, so let's go preheat PLA. Okay. Let's get prepared for this. Alright, 150 degrees, we should be able to start. Oh, we can see some stuff oozing out of there now already actually. Just a little bit coming out the end there. Quite cool lighting with the red glow from the BL touch. And now if I turn the extruder, boom. Ah, perfect. Get a nice good flow of black PLA coming through. Okay, So without further messing around and destroying everything, I think it is now time to calibrate this bad boy. I'm just going to leave the camera here for a minute. Whoa. Zoom out, hopefully it doesn't get knocked over. Okay. Now let us calibrate. Let us calibrate. Calibrate? The calibrate. Maybe after. Oh. Need the sound anymore. What I should actually do, I need a button. Need a button for the mobile audio. Right. Okay, now let's do the height map. See how bad this is. Right, so we'll go in here and we'll do a bed mesh calibrate, and we'll go height map, calibrate, and it'll go off and do its thing. Ooh. Wow, that is just as bad as I thought it was going to be. 1.48 millimeters. Actually, what that means is just I have disabled. I've moved the one of the Z axes by accident. So I know exactly how to fix that. So basically what I have to do is bring down the Z axis by about, see, so the deviation on this side is 0.618 to 0.367. So let's say 0.25. 0.25 minus 1.48. So we got to lower it about 1.2 millimeters. On the, if I move it to, where is it now? Okay, yeah, so it's at max X and max Y now. And I need to bring down the side where the print head currently is. Okay. So I'll go and do that, and I'll try and measure it using my calipers. Get it reasonably accurate. Alright, let's try that again. Ugh, that Z-axis sounds disgusting. Horrible rattles going on in there. Hey, what? It's even worse now. Well, that's not cool at all. I must have gone the wrong way. Oh, I did. I made it further away. I needed to bring it closer. Oh, you dork. Okay, well, at least this way I can just move it in 2 millimeters and see how we go. See what the heck happens. Oh, that's true. Oh, alright. Always gets me these back to front damn things. Alright. I think this might be the longest it's ever taken me to get a 3D print going. Jeepers. That's why I need to invest in a nice one. I still like the open source though. Like the bamboo scares me a little bit because of how closed they are. Like I've fully updated the firmware and everything. Completely rebuilt it. Range 1.1. Okay, we're still pretty... Okay, alright. So this is now a bit of chasing. So if I want to bring this... Yeah, I need to raise that a little bit. Oh, getting there. So weird. I think I've got it backwards again. So damn confusing. I have got some markers on the... I've got some markers on the posts, and maybe that'd be better than eyeballing it and guessing which way to move things. I'm pretty sure I might have just done this backwards. I might have gone the wrong way. It just takes so long with each one as well. I don't know why I probed the middle of the bed, because not really a lot I can do about that on this printer. In fact, I mean, really, there's only 4 adjustment screws. I suppose probing the middle parts around the edge gives me an idea of twist. There we go. Okay, that is a little better. I just need to do what I did again. Because that right-hand side is pretty much on the money. That left-hand side, all off. I don't even remember what I feel like is acceptable. I think getting it within, like... What would be cool is to have a remote adjustment. Or one that does it automatically, like it can automatically level the bed. Well, automatic bed leveling is a thing. This isn't bed leveling, this is like bed compensation. Is it even still hot? That's the other thing. It is. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. It's still the damn same. No, it's not. I've now... Wait. Using. Alright, so... Let's think about this for a second here, right? The print head is currently at 200 by 200. It is currently here. So where it is now is at the back left. 200 by 200. Right, okay. That's the way we should be looking at it. And this left-hand side here is too... It says it's too low. So if we don't think about that in terms of the bed, if we think that about that in terms of the gantry, the left-hand side is too high. So the left-hand side of the gantry needs to go up. Sorry, down by 1 millimeter. Which I can do. I can do that. And then it's going to be perfect. Well, love it or leave it. Doesn't make any sense, but let's see how it goes. Well, I kind of got a little bit further there. It's still not, it really isn't still good enough, but at least I know I'm going in the right direction. Which is interesting because, okay, so I think I need to, what is it again? If that's too low, it means the gantry's too high. So I need to lower the gantry on the left, raise it on the right. We'll do one of each. Oh, this is so time consuming. Holy heck. I still reckon I'll, like, it needs to be reasonably accurate. Like 1mm is pretty rough. Don't teach me for just, no, not looking after my stuff. I could be, just one thing at a time. All right, here we go. Oh, 0.5. Not good. I could do one more of the same. But I feel like it's actually not that bad now. I feel like it's this corner here. So we've got Y. So I feel like the front right corner can go down a bit. It can be screwed in a little bit. Or maybe even the back right, but definitely the front right corner can be screwed down a bit. And the front left can be maybe raised. It's a tiny bit. Front right lowered. The thing is, I should be smarter about this because the pitch of these machine screws is known, so I should know how many turns is going to equal how many millimeters. Anyway, I'm a dumb because I left the cooling fan off the heat break. It's stupid. Slightly better. I feel like I could do this now with, so the right hand side is too high, which means Oh god, see this is getting me every damn time. Which means the gantry has to go higher. Yeah, the gantry has to go higher. Make the right hand side seem lower. So I will raise that by a bit. Right hand side up. That's it. Here it is. The perfect calibration. The last one I'm doing anyway, and I'm just going to try print these damn things regardless. Is the bed still heated? Yes, it is. Thank goodness. I don't even know why I streamed. Because I haven't streamed in a while, and it's good. It's good that I did. Need to keep the practice in. Stream on the good days and the bad days, huh? .468. This is unbelievably, like, persistent at being bad, but I think this is fine. I'm gonna roll with this. It's got a real big sag in the middle, which is interesting. Anyway, let's see, huh? Let's see how we go. So, go dashboard. We will go to G-code files, and we will add in, upload some from our 3MF folder that we made. Oh, hang on, we haven't even sliced it yet. Wow. Here she goes. Now, the question is this actually going to print? We can save this project. Oh, which it already is saved. Export, upload and print. And now let's track what it's doing here. Getting the temperatures right. Oh, well, it's kind of 60. Anyway, this is going to be interesting to see if it is actually going to fit. So far it's not looking good. Maybe it is. Okay. Alright, happy enough so far. Okay, well, while that's doing its thing in the background, I guess I will prepare some more prints, I suppose. Right, so we'll save that. We'll go new project. We'll discard, I think, all of the options for now. Oh, no, we'll keep. We'll keep. We won't save. We'll just keep them. All right, so what are we going to do next? So we've got the glass frame, the camera plate, base, tablet, lamp, rod clamps. Rod clamps, I was interested to see how well they turn out actually, but I think I'm confused. Like, what's this glass frame here? What's this about? Oh, that's the actual 3MF. Wait, what? Interesting. Okay, so the rod clamp, we could do. We get 4 of those. I could start off something on the big printer. I could see how she's looking health-wise. We'll just do a PLA preheat for now and see how out there this is. I should turn on the PLA heater as well. Right, well, I've got some nice PLA set up for the big printer. Oh, this one's going to be fun. Really should wait for the bed to heat up a little bit. On this one, I think we Tronxy 500. I'll just discard a better start. Big boy. Glass frame slide post. I guess that would be the next thing to print. And then we lay that face flat. Thing's pretty chonky. Alright, we'll go oh god, I'm not even showing what I'm doing. Okay, we'll get into our printers and we'll go and calibrate. Not hearing any crazy grinding noises, which is a good thing. Although I'm not hearing a lot of, not seeing a lot of success going on right now. Oh dear. I need to see what's happening. Okay. Maybe it's just a software glitch. Tis a software glitch. Alright, so tis but a glitch. Alright, so let's see what our last bed mesh looked like. It appears the connection to this printer is just terrible. Really? No trigger on Z. That's not a good thing. I need to watch this. And I'm going to. Yeah, well, that could be worse. Could be better. It's definitely... Ugh, one corner is way down. What are we looking at here? Where is the printer now? And it finished up. Alright. Well, I think, you know, somewhere near the middle of the bed is going to be fine for this one. So we got Tronxy X5ST 500. We got the generic PLA. We're using that printer. Let's go into our print settings. We're going to go turn that off. Actually going to save that for default. Don't know why that was saved. So layer height normal 0.35. I'm just going to go back to 0.3 for that. We'll keep it standard. Solid layers, perimeters, blah blah blah, extra. Detect thin walls. I don't think I should do that. I don't know. I don't know about detect thin walls. We'll do external perimeters because we want the dimensional accuracy, and there is no support or anything in this. No overhangs, sorry. What I might do, I might just save it like that. Fuzzy skin, we don't want. Okay, infill, 20%. I'm actually going to bump this up to 30%, which is pretty high. But I think for this, I want that extra rigidity. Skirt and brim. All good. In this case, I just want the outer brim. And the brim width only needs to be 2 mil. Generate support. No, not for this one. We don't need any support. Speed. First layer speed is very slow. We go very, very slowly on this printer. In fact, no, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I'm not in any rush. All the rest is automatic, which is nice. Exactly what we want. I think again I can probably lower the bed. $215, $210 is okay. Let's go back in and make sure we're not. Damn it. Okay. Right, sounds good. Sounds good. I think we go back to Plater. I think just Control Z that move. No reason. Save project as. And yeah, I don't even know if I need to save this project, to be honest. Interesting. Interesting design there. The heck is that about? Well, I don't suppose it really matters. Kind of interesting. I've never seen that before. Okay. Cost 40 cents. Nice. Infill 30. We are doing the brim. And, yeah. So, I mean, I should probably test the filament first in this printer, but make sure it's actually going to extrude properly. But perhaps I'm just being paranoid, and I'll just YOLO it. Let's go. Upload and print. Uploaded. Alright, better go check it out. Let's leave this on for now. Cat. And my camera is about dead. Got the 3D printers going. Everything is good. I think I'm going to leave it there. Possibly the randomest thing I've ever done. Anyway, maybe I should save this. It saves as 3MF, that's really weird. Save the actual code. Oh, whatever. Discard. Discard. Alright. Printer's going. Good. Save this, close this. I think that's it. Alright.